Good morning, Facebook. You too, family. What's up? My honey and I are just popping up live to have some conversation with you. If you know and you see the topic, you know we about to talk about something that is major, that is amazing. For those of you that are thinking about it or wanting to just kind of give you some business tips and some things that we're gonna talk about. So get your pen and piece of paper. I know it's Labor Day, but let's chop it up. Let's talk. Rock out with us, like, share, all of that great stuff. Here we go. Let's grow. Good morning. Hey, husband.
How you
Good
doing this
morning,
beautiful
husband.
morning? Doing
I think we
hey,
got it
we
together.
look you she finally just for y'all who out there, she finally changed the video. We're not just let's talk about with Tonya. We've
You so funny.
I
That's
know.
okay. But I got it
Good.
though. I finally
You
got it.
did. You did.
Yes.
Well, first of all, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Listen, it is Labor Day. I'm gonna tell you something right quick as we get ready for this live. This is the craziest Labor Day for me. I think this is the first Labor Day where I am full-time business. This is my first Labor Day. That's why it was so funny yesterday. This is the first Labor Day where I'm full-time on business. Yesterday, listen, everybody, yesterday I was telling everybody, like, man, I am so happy for a day off. And I want you to listen, do me a favor. Yeah, do me a favor. I want y'all to please do me a favor. If you know somebody out there who want to be an entrepreneur, if you know somebody out there who is an entrepreneur, the best especially those bivocationals, people doing two things. I don't know if you can use bivocational outside of the church world. I don't know. Those people who double duty, they doing entrepreneurship and they doing they still working for their business, the company they're working for. Listen, share this video with them. Listen, I gotta share this funny thing. I'm walking around yesterday, I'm like, man, I'm so happy about that day off tomorrow.
You're
And I
so
told my
sweet.
wife, I said, man, who gets excited about being off from their own business? I mean, I think that's like the craziest thing in the world. But this guy over here, I am really excited about being off. I'm going to intentionally do nothing. So listen, if you are a entrepreneur and you know what I'm talking about, if you actually take holidays, and watch this here, a paid holiday, that's another story another time. When you take holidays, you actually embrace, because sometimes entrepreneurs work so hard, babe.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever embrace a day off.
No, I don't think so.
I
I
think
don't think
I mean that's before we get going good. That's almost like the first line of discussion that we can almost start talking about.
Well,
How
first
important
of
is it?
all, wait a minute. Before you do that, first of all, if you're on here, I want you to like, I want you to share. Good morning. If you're on here, just type in the screen dialogue with us. But can we celebrate Bishop Clyde Harden Jr. for? Did he just go blank? Can we
I just took.
celebrate Bishop Clyde Harden Jr. for a minute? Because this time last year, husband, you made the biggest decision that changed the trajectory of our family that scared me out of my mind, right?
Yep.
And you fired your boss. You became full time in business. Can y'all heart it up for my husband? Baby, you became full time in business,
Yeah.
fired your boss, and walked away from your six-figure business company.
Yeah.
Who
You
does
listen.
that?
This is what this conversation is all about. Me and my wife was riding around the other day and realized that September will forever be. Thank you, Sister D. September will forever be a day in the history of the Harden family, because in September we did, and I say we because even though I did it, I had to get the approval of my wife. I had to get the approval of my children.
I don't think you
Um,
did though. You
I
know
did. I did.
that.
Listen, we did um, the unthinkable. We did the unthinkable. We did what we talked about. We did what we thought about. We did what we prayed about. Happy
Okay,
Fire
find
Your
your boss.
Boss anniversary.
Come on here. Yes, I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Happy Friday,
Actually, look,
boss
I had a
anniversary.
party. I fired my boss party. It was a
Yeah.
private party. That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah,
it was a
no,
private
let's
party.
talk about that. We
I
had
want. I
a
mean, I'm saying I want to talk about it because go ahead, babe.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
There's another story because we didn't invite a lot of people. Because
Oh,
I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed that I fired my boss because I knew it was crazy. I was worried about the backlash. I was worried about people judging me. Listen, I just told my father-in-law maybe like 3 months ago, and then I
mhm.
told my father maybe about 2 months ago. I was afraid, man. I wasn't afraid of doing it. I did it because I felt I got reasons why I did it. I was afraid of the judgment. I was afraid of if it didn't work. That's
That
what it
part.
was. What if it didn't work and I
But
got
you
to go
know
back?
what though? What I loved about it though, the circle and the people that we invited to it were the people that we knew would celebrate. And even if they didn't understand it, because even some that were there, they didn't understand it, but they celebrated that moment with us. And it was good to be in the room with others that
Look,
celebrated with you.
shout out to Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's been on Road Dog for a long time. I think Charlotte was kind of worried. I really do. I think she's
Yeah,
like,
I do. Charlotte, if you ever watch this, I think Charlotte was nervous. Like, dude, are you crazy?
because she only knew me as the workaholic, the GE Healthcare. Did I just put the name out there? Yeah, GE Healthcare. I worked for GE Healthcare for over 24 years.
I
24.
love that. Happy Fire Your Boss anniversary. Y'all, for
I
those
love
that's
it too.
jumping on, I want to say,
I don't
y'all,
know
can
Miss
y'all heart it
April.
up? Did
Miss April, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, I want y'all to heart it up and just this is 1 year anniversary. And can I add that we went without, but go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off because I want to
No,
say
no,
this.
no.
The newcomers that are coming on we're celebrating 1 year of my husband firing his boss. And we're gonna kind of
And
talk
listen,
about that.
and part of this discussion today, for those who are jumping on and going to jump off, don't jump off, because we're going to talk about today one of the most coveted questions. I think that most people talk about when you're in business: when to quit your job and go full time in business. When to quit your job and go full time in business. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about when not to,
Yeah.
when you shouldn't. But that was a hard decision. So listen, we're here. So I want to go back and finish my statement about I'm off today. This is a holiday. I'm really excited about that, Sister D. I'm really excited about that, Miss April. Anybody else who's out there. And this is what I want to talk about real quick before we jump into that topic. We got a lot to talk about today. It's Labor Day. Enjoy your day if you're at work. I'm sorry. But one thing about it, if you're an entrepreneur, you cannot burn yourself out for the sake of building a business.
Oh,
That's
that's
not
so
of God.
good.
We
Yeah.
literally, we have now, Miss April. I've been silent watcher, haven't been able. Oh, this is gonna
Oh.
make me cry. Why I cannot see our message? But anyways, we've been God's blessed us. Not only watch this, babe. Not only have I fired my boss,
Mhm.
since I fired my boss, we've gone from I think when I fired my boss, we had maybe three. We had you, Tamika, and maybe one other employee, maybe the kids or whatever, right? But since
Mhm.
I fired my boss, now I think we're up to almost 11 full-time employees.
Yes. Can y'all heart it up for that? Those of you that are watching live, heart it up. That's a great accomplishment. I mean, never mind. Ain't no need to your heart. You probably don't even understand. But he fired his whole boss and
No,
then
don't say don't. Heart it
okay.
up.
He said
Because
heart.
why? I think the main reason for starting a business is number one, to be able to go full time, but number two, to be able to create opportunities for people. We get a chance to say yes when everyone else say no. We don't. We get a chance to give. We also, oh man, people not giving people a chance. We can now get a chance to give people a chance. And so that's in time for another party. I think
Oh,
so,
I think
but no, I
so.
think Ginger. Hey, I think Ginger kind of
Oh, don't say that.
you kissed it.
Yeah, I
No,
caught it.
you kissed it. I
I
caught
caught it. I
it.
caught it. Yes.
Hey, don't play. We might be able to talk about some stuff. Don't play. Don't play. Listen. So I'm so excited that we take the day off. I want to know why I gotta highlight this, right? We have with the 11 employees, we have I want to say about 5 or 6 paid holidays.
Yeah.
Paid holidays. We gotta take
Oh,
time.
and a small business. We are a small business that have paid holidays, sick days for our employees, time off, just like any other corporate job. we've
Yeah.
created that space for them, which I think is so. When I say them, I'm talking about us too, because Harden Enterprise also hired us at the same time. So it's
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those that we have paid time off and they have paid time off. And I think a year later to know that the business is still growing and it's not
Yes.
dying. Um I salute you. I'm not gonna lie. I was terrified. I was scared out of my mind when you said and guess why I was scared, Sister D? I was scared of insurance.
Mhm.
I was like, we had this good old bad boy insurance
Yeah.
and I
GS is
was
good insurance.
afraid. It wasn't even about the money, it was about the insurance for me. And then when I found out later that really and truly a lot of the stuff that you're doing, you pay out of pocket, that you spend monthly in insurance is already high. And you
Yeah.
have what you have, really, you could pay out of pocket because you don't go to the doctor that much. So I found out, wow, okay. They, anyway, that's a whole nother subject for another time. But I
Listen.
found out we were okay. We were okay because we went. I don't care what nobody say. Yes, we went and got Obamacare, and guess what? We got Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it is very good for us. And
Used
it
it
works
yesterday.
real well. And we paid extra to have extra.
Yeah, we
So
we we used it
work.
yesterday for our daughter.
Yeah.
You're a big business. You're a big business. God doesn't do anything small for his children. It's funny you say that. And Miss April, I want to say this to you. Um, and that is a very good spiritual statement, and we receive it in the name of Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
But in this world, small business is a great advantage, because it's a whole other story. And I want to say thank you for that statement. But I want
Yes.
to tell you, in this world that we're in, you want to listen. It's counterproductive, but you don't want to stay a small business. You want to be a large. You want to do big business, but you want to stay in the category of small business
Hmm.
because of certain benefits because of that category. It's not like you're only a considered not a small business. I think when you have more than 1,000 employees, I think something like that. I think it's like a
Hmm.
thousand employees when you're not small business. And until then, when you do hit the 1,000 employees, it's another level of responsibilities hit. But I definitely receive your spiritual statement though. I do
Yeah,
because we
and
doing
one
big
of
business.
I would say too, another reason is because it's a good language for the government to hear you say small business. When a government
Yes.
hear you say small business, they like, okay, we can give money to the
Yeah.
small businesses.
They
So
like
that's
to
another
flood.
reason why.
They like to flood small businesses, and they like to take from big businesses. It's a different story.
Hmm.
But listen,
Oh, talk, sir. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. But I wanted to tell you one thing before we get back into our topic. So if you're in business, if the first thing you should do to start operating like a company, I don't care how small you are. I don't care how small you are. I don't care if you are the most, one man band. You need to schedule days off,
Come
not on
on.
Saturday and Sundays. You need to say, go through your calendar and say, what day I'm gonna take off. And I
Good
don't care.
morning,
Oh
Sean.
man, I was so hoping you jumped on this one, Miss Shine. You don't know how much I was hoping you jumped on this morning. I
Really?
literally kept. I was right under us. I hope Shine jump on this morning. First of all, I love you, Shine. Shine
You so
on me. I love you, Miss Shine. I love you, Miss Shine. Listen, because this topic make me think about you. Um, but listen, I want you to go through your calendar. This is the first instruction. Babe, we're gonna come back in a few days. You figure out when, and we're gonna talk about some of my core values of our business. Because I think some things that we need to talk about is how we build core values. And man, I got so much I want to share. I ain't been on here so long. I think I'm having content
withdraw.
vomit.
Yeah.
But listen, I want to talk about
Core
core values.
values,
I'm
you
if you
said?
come in. Yeah, the core values. Anyways, like I said, I gotta come back to core values real quick. Go through your calendar and schedule some time off. Pick and say, if your business is a apparel business, if your business is you making things that people sell. Well, Christmas may not be a good time for you to take off, but Labor Day is a great time. Christmas, you may work your hardest during Christmas. You may work your hardest around Thanksgiving. You may work your hardest around Valentine's Day. But Labor Day and others, make sure you build your holidays around time where you can actually depress, take the depress, whatever it is to say, to come out of all the things and schedule time off. And if you got people working with you, I love you guys too. I miss y'all. We miss you too, Miss Shine. But you build it around that, and then watch this here. You let your employees know, or people working with you, y'all, we're going to stand down today, and we're going to enjoy this day. It lets them know that they're valued, and that's why I want to go talk about the core values, because we have three things that we really, really highly focus on in our business. Number one, customer satisfaction. Number
Oh,
two,
can you
em-
type that? Wait, Bishop, don't go too fast.
yes,
Can you type that in the screen? Customer satisfaction. Go ahead. I'm
we're gonna come
sorry.
back
You
and
know me.
we're gonna come back one day. We're gonna expound on these even more, and within the next 7 days, we'll come back and expound on these more. But if you're a business owner, you need to realize, don't wait until you get big. Like Miss April was talking about, wait till you get big before you actually start getting these values. But number one, we care a lot about customer satisfaction. Number
Right.
two, employee satisfaction. We
That's
would
good.
never make our customers satisfied at the cost of our employees. If anybody works for Harden Enterprise, they'll tell you that we do our best to make sure we don't overwork them just for the sake of customers. We literally last week had a whole stand down, like a slow down stand down, make sure we calm down. But number three,
What was number
contractor
two? Wait,
satisfaction,
wait, wait. No, what was number two?
employee
Oh, employee
satisfaction.
satisfaction. Got it. Okay, go ahead.
And then number three, contractor satisfaction. Some people in our line of work will focus so much on making the customer happy where they'll burn the employees and the contractors out. We don't want to ever burn our contractors out for the sake of our customers. We don't want to burn our customers out for the sake of us. And we don't want to burn our employees out for the sake of our customers or contractors. We literally, if I can leave the day and each one of my contractors are happy, our employees are happy, and our customers are happy, we did a balanced job. And so part of that is taking time off. We made all our contractors stand down today. No
Yeah.
contractor working today.
I think some of them was mad too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they was hot. But today we not working, y'all not working.
exactly.
I love that
So
husband.
I think we get the topic, but I hope that was a good introduction, y'all. I hope this time for y'all to reach out to everybody, tell them to jump on because we're gonna talk about today. When do you fire your boss? Like if you're missing it, Miss Sharon, jumping on late. Um, we're talking today about this is my 1 year anniversary. Miss Sharon was at the party, wasn't she?
Yeah, Michelle, I was at the party.
We have a few selected people, and Miss Sharon said, "We hold up, we had the party in like January or something like that." But I quit in September, but I was
Right,
scared to tell everybody.
right. It took us a minute before we talked. I think like I said, we didn't tell my dad. I know until 7, 8 months later. He
Mhm.
just found out like 3 months ago. But I just when I look back over it, babe, you fired your boss, dude. Who does that? You know, I do it all the time. I don't got no problem. I
Yeah.
will fire a boss in the heart. If you know me, I will quit in a minute. That was my thing, but I always had you to fall back on. And so when you made that decision, it was like, hold up, bruh. Wait, not yet. But I knew it was a God shift because in that time and in that season, we became so busy. I would never forget you were getting ready to sit down. You like, okay, I'm gonna give GE my time today. I'm gonna work today. I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
today. And you got multiple phone calls
I did
for
that
job
for two.
opportunities.
I did that for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. But we don't want to get into it. Let's talk about this topic first. So one more
Yeah.
time, can y'all celebrate Bishop 1 year anniversary? What the lady say? What Miss April say?
How to do the thing? Get my balloons. You gonna do my balloons on it for
Oh,
me?
it ain't gonna do it for you.
It ain't gonna do it. It's gonna hurt my feelings. There we go.
There we go.
Are you gonna do it? Or maybe it was just here. Maybe it was just here. There we
There
go.
you
There we go.
go.
There we go. There we go.
I love Miss April say. Miss April say, "Happy fire your boss anniversary." This dude that fired his
Yeah.
boss. So we want to talk about that. So here we go. So get your pen, piece of papers, all that great stuff, and we're gonna talk about this topic, husband. How
Yeah.
you want to start it off?
I want to talk. First, I want to say anybody out there. First of all, I pray for anybody who's working both. It is a journey. But I do remember when I first started the business. When we first started the business, I'm gonna say it's all about what we. When we first started the business, I was always saying, okay, when is that time? When do I quit? God is bringing opportunity. God is bringing money. God is bringing chance. No time. It's gonna. Should I? Is it gonna be a faith walk for me to walk off? Do I gotta prove to God I'm ready, or is God gonna tell me? It was a very fearful. And I realized, babe, every time I talk to anybody who's in entrepreneurship, they're always trying to figure out when's the day. And so I'm gonna start talking today first about when do you not why not leave your boss?
Can y'all
Why
type
not
that
leave
in
your
the
boss?
screen?
Why not leave your job?
Is that the right way to say that?
No, why not leave your job?
Why not leave your job? That sounds so
It
not
sure
not
sounds bad, right?
correct. Yeah.
Why stay?
Why stay at the job? That sounds so
Why
much
stay
better.
at the job?
Why do
Why,
you
why
stay?
why not quit? Why should
Reason.
I not
How about
quit?
this? How about this?
Reason for not quitting.
Reasons to stay at your job. Reasons to stay. Can y'all say they just put why not? They just did
Why
what you
not
said.
leave your job? See that? Why not leave your job? Let's
There we
be
go.
straight ebonically inclined today.
And
Why
incorrect.
not leave your job?
Okay. Why not leave your job?
And listen, and this is for every entrepreneur out there. I know you're ready. I know you're ready. You generate a little bit of money, and you like, man, when is this good time and everything. But I'm gonna tell you first, this is so important. This is so important. No one tells you this. I'm gonna tell you this more what nobody will tell you, especially people who are trying to jump ship. They're gonna just try to talk you into jumping ship so that we all can jump ship together, so we all can drown. But one thing we found out immediately, I'm gonna start with the most important one. Whenever you are going and starting a business, a real business, where you trying to leverage this business and make it a what you call a legacy building business, build for your family. Um, when you first start out, the one thing you do not have is money.
Yeah.
You don't have money. Your business is generating a little bit of it, but you need to use that business that you're working for, that company you're working for, to do number one, to leverage their money.
Yeah.
Use leverage their money. You can leverage their money four different ways. I'm saying four. I don't even know if it's four, but I'm gonna start with four because I know it's at least four ways. You can
Okay.
leverage their money. Number one, to pay your bills. Listen, I know for a fact you got dreams. I know for a fact you got ambition. I know for a fact you got drive, right? But you don't ever want to downgrade your life for the sake of starting a business.
Come on, husband.
Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Am I
Put the
going
number
too
one.
fast? I'm going.
Put the number one if that makes sense. That make look that yeah. I think it makes sense.
You got to leverage their money. Number one, to pay your bills. Number two, you have to leverage their money for startup costs. You got to leverage their money for startup costs. We use my check to buy paper, buy pens, buy ink. To put money in our business bank account. You have to leverage their money for all those things. So number one, you leverage their money to pay your bills. Number two, you have to leverage their money to pay your bills. Number three, you have to leverage their money. Watch this. To start, did I say startup costs already? Number one, pay your bills. Number two, startup costs. Number three, to get business funding. This is the most important one, to get business funding. And what I mean by get business funding is this here. We went up for a loan to buy a rental property. We went up for a loan to buy a truck. We went up for credit cards for our business. And every last one of them asked me, how much money do you make? For our business, it was nothing. I feel like I lost you, baby. You with me?
No, I'm with you. I had some stuff on my ad. I'm waiting.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
I'm waiting my turn.
And so we needed that money to actually say, they asked me, how much do you make? I'm like, this is in my business name. They say you are the guarantor. And listen, and I'm gonna tell you in a second that so my wife quitting was great, her job, because it let us leverage her time that she could have to run the business. And while I leveraged my money that I was making from the company to finance the business, or just say we have money coming in. They would not give us our first credit card. They would not give us our first. That's when no one ever tells you. They would never give us our first credit card. They would not give us our first rental property. They wouldn't give us our first truck unless we had some income. Now, watch this. Let's rewind. What if I walked off my job and said, I'm quitting by faith, and I would have went for the first rental property? They would have said no. I would have went for the credit card. They would have said no. I would have went for
They
the
would have
company
gave you
truck.
a
They said
business
no.
loan. They probably would have gave you a business loan for a startup business loan.
Like
I've known
two
somebody
thousand
to do
dollars.
that. Yeah, I know. I've known somebody to give a little bit more than that. It was about 10. Um, they just to start up, but it ain't much, because you can't really do a whole lot when you're starting up a business.
But I think they were still working when they went for the loan. They were still had a
Oh,
job too when they
really?
went for the loan. Yeah, they're
Right.
still working. You got
Okay.
to leverage some type of income. You got to listen. Even now, where we are now, they still leverage my name, not so much my income. They leverage my name. So I would say when not to quit your job. Number one, why not to quit your job? First of all, you need that money. What are you gonna say about that, baby? Before we go to the second reason why? Because I want them really to really engage in, chime in. I want y'all to talk back and forth. Let us know you actually getting this because this is so important. Many people tell you quit, go do this, go there, but they won't give you the granular details. We give you granular details in one. Go ahead, babe.
Another reason why you don't quit right away. Again, I'm probably not the greatest person for that because I do quit. I've quit several times, so I might not be the. But I would say while you're there, type this in the screen. Get the skills that you need.
Oh, I was going to use that one. That's good.
Get the skills that you need to develop your skills. I would say type in a screen, develop your skills while you're there. What happened, husband? Where you at?
That
Oh,
sun was getting bright.
develop your skills while you're there. Type that in the screen. You want to develop your skills. Everything that you learn on that job, I promise you, you can use it for your business. So get the
Yes.
skills, take notes, learn everything that you can. Take whatever you need to do to develop their skill. If they got a training on that job and they gonna pay you for training, let them pay you.
Oh,
Please go to training, because that training or that certification that you will get on that job will be able to allow you to use for your portfolio. It would allow
yes.
you to be able to use to say, I have a certification in such and such. I have a certification in this and that. You use that right now. We told our team, now this is another great benefit with our company, is that we also send them the trainings. Like, go get some training, because your training gonna help our business. That's why they got y'all going. That's why people have us go to training on these jobs,
Yes.
is because it's to make the business better. And so when you got to be willing to develop, if you're gonna stay and you're still there on that job, develop your skill while you're there. Develop your skill, learn everything you need to learn, because I promise you, you're going to use it for your business. So that's a reason to stay. A reason to stay on a job is to develop your skill. When I quit my last job, well, I didn't quit, they let me go. That's, I almost said praise the Lord, but it wasn't praise the Lord.
It
Uh,
was. It
yeah,
was.
it was, because when they let me go, we used that job as leverage. So we used that job to pay off debt. Excuse me, we used that job to pay towards our business, because by that time we were building a business. And so we use that job to pay off debt and pay towards business. So I would say also use that job to pay off debt. Don't just
Yes.
use it to buy shoes. Don't just use it to buy. If you're wanting to start a business and you say, I want to fire my boss one day, everybody look at stuff, Bishop. This is one of the things I hate, is that when people feel like that you can do this thing quick and overnight. That's not how it works. My husband and I've been building since 2010. We've been building really and truly. Let's go back to CRM. We've been building since we were youth pastors at CRM back in 2005, 2004, right? But all of those skills and everything that we've learned over the years have been connected to our daily routine and everything that we're doing in our now. So one thing I'll say, develop your skill. The next thing I
Yes.
would say, pay off debt. I think you probably said that, but if you could type that in the screen, use your job for leverage to pay for your dream,
Yeah.
pay towards your dream. We used our money to pay towards our dream.
And I'm gonna say this here: if you work in both, we're gonna get in a second about when to quit. But if you work in both and you're not stretched, not stressed, stretched. If you're not stretched and can do both, keep doing both. Because in this case, now you have what you call multiple streams. You got a second stream of income. You got your job income and you got your business income. If it's not stretching you, stress, yeah, you're gonna be stressed at work, stressed at home. Stressed is not an indicator of quitting your job. It's an indicator of shifting and changing some things. But stretch mean I'm stressed on my job and my business is stretching me, and both is stretching me and it's pulling me apart, and it's putting me in bad places. Then it's time to consider. But right now, if it's not stretching you, if you're only making 2 cups, if you're making about 20 shirts and you can do it on weekends, if you can accommodate it, keep doing it as long as you can, because you need that money, you need that experience, all the experience. See, what happened is, babe, a lot of people is working on these Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and they're hating it so much to where they're not getting everything out of it. I told
Mhm.
somebody the other day, I never forget when my mama worked at the nursing home, she brought home food. She brought home like these little ice creams. She brought home stuff because I need more than a paycheck from a job. If you're not giving me more than a paycheck, I got a problem. Some of y'all work at Taco Bell and you take home some tacos. Some of y'all work at chicken fried place and you bring up some chicken. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get more. So we all should want to get more from our job. So if you leave your job just with a paycheck, you're the one losing. Figure
Right.
out what the manager's doing. How are you managing? What managing systems are you? What softwares are you using? Why do we do it this way? What's the structure? What's the infrastructure? See, what
Right.
happened is if you're going to work, you open your eyes, they're going to teach you how to run your business because they already run it. they can afford to pay you and everyone else to come to work. So they must be doing something right. Learn what's their shifts, why they do shifts, why they listen. This one we find out why they make us all take lunch at the same time.
Right? We
We
found
had to
that
learn
out
that the
as
hard
the
way.
business owner. Good morning, Lady Cole. As the business owner, we found that out. That why oh, that's why they have them taking lunch at different times. Okay, Lord, we
Rotated
get it.
shifts, schedules.
Come
And we
on.
found it out. Why everybody got to leave, why you got to request time off, why you got to request all that stuff makes sense. So before you leave, take home more information. You're not ready to go yet if you don't understand the whole dynamic of business. And if you figure that one out, quit that job, go to another one, and figure that dynamic out. Why? Because Robert Kiyosaki tells us we shouldn't work for money, we should work for experience. Why
Come
not
on.
leave your job? Exactly. So I hope that this is helping real quick. I want
I
to say
want
the
to I
reason
want
why
to
you
add
shouldn't
one
leave.
more. I want to add another one though,
I got
husband.
one more too. I didn't get
Okay.
my second one yet. I can get my
Oh,
next
go
one yet.
ahead. I thought you
My
okay,
next
go
one,
ahead.
I'll just chime in on yours. My next one is why not leave? The capital benefits.
Yes.
Benefits,
Type
benefits,
that.
benefits.
Benefits. Type that in the screen. Benefits, benefits,
And I'm
benefits.
not talking about medical and dental and vision because Obama got that. Listen, folk, Obamacare is the stuff. Obamacare is amazing. Hey, hands down, it's really amazing. But I want you to understand. So that's not, I'm talking about like right now, you can take vacation. Some of y'all can take 2 week vacation. Some of y'all can take 3 week vacation. Some of y'all got almost a month of vacation. You can take vacation from your job and still build your business. You can take a whole, I used to take vacation off just so I can work my business. And that means they still paying me while I'm off. You got sick days. Listen, you got holidays. All that time is still there. Use it while you have it. Also, 401k. Use it while you got it. You
Come
got
on,
all
husband.
these things that's there that you can use at this business as benefits that you don't want to leave just yet. Right now, if you die, they're gonna pay for your funeral while you're still there. So it's a lot of things that they got. Stay as long as you can. Good morning, Miss Miles. Go ahead, baby. Give me your next one. Then we're gonna start why you should leave.
I would say too, like I said, you funding your dreams. When you at a 9 to 5 and you say, okay, I want to start this business, I want to fund my dreams, but also type this in the screen. Take every networking opportunity so that you can
That
learn
part.
about leadership, you can learn about partnership and these networking opportunities. Type that in the screen. Take the networking opportunities. If they say that there's a trip for you to go on, for you
Go.
to go and be a part of hey, we want you to have when they have lunches and they invite all these different people, corporate people, into these lunches, and you say you want to stay in your office, get out of that office and go to that event so that you can network, because your network is your net worth. Until you learn how to network with people, your business won't be worth nothing. So you got to be willing to network with people. So when those opportunities come, they bring mentors in there, they bring coaches in there, they bring I don't know how many people for you to be able to connect with. They bring different clients in there. Man, try to be a part of them conversations so that it can also give you the opportunity to see how you need to lead out or become the CEO that you're called to be for your business. Or if you're not, and here's the thing, I want to make this disclaimer. I understand that everybody is not created and want to start a business. I get that. This not for you. This is for that person that is saying, you know what, I want to build a legacy, and there's nothing wrong with that, because
Not at
guess what?
all.
We realize everybody is not created to be a business owner. But if this is something that you're thinking about doing in your near future, I would encourage you, take every opportunity on the job that you're on, develop your skill, but network. And when you
Yes.
network with other people, you will find out the opportunities that are out there. We heard one of our partners told us, he said, now, Clyde, why are you not on the golf course? There are $1 million conversations
I,
on
I
golf
got
course.
I gotta get my golf club cleaned right now.
I can't, I
I can't
can't with
help
you.
you. I'm serious, man. I'm not joking. I was thinking about that yesterday and watched that video. That dude up there hitting that course, and that dude, man. I got a list of them doing get
That you
clubs
so
cleaned.
stupid. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Network. Your network is your net worth. So whoever you network with, you're able to get those opportunities, man. And then when you start opening up your business, it wasn't until we started networking. This was before we even started Harden Enterprise, before we even knew. We got in rooms that allowed us. We went to Preview A&M that allowed us to be able to network with people that we didn't even know that all of these opportunities were out here. You won't know what you won't know if you don't show. You got
Yep.
to show up. You
Yeah.
cannot just be in a corner or be in the same circle in the same rooms and thinking that that's it. No, you got to be in rooms that are going to push you and have conversations that are way bigger than you. And if you're willing to do the research, that's the room you want to be in. That's
That's it.
that's a reason to keep your job. But benefits, I say that too. But yeah,
I'm sorry. I need some coffee. I'm trying to ask my children bring me a cup of coffee. But listen. So this is. I hope you listen, and I
he
want
wants
y'all to understand something, right? Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I hope y'all listen to us, right? Because first of all, get ready. We're going to drop more videos more often. We get ready to drop a podcast real soon. I can't wait for the podcast.
I ain't telling
I'm
nobody yet. I'm
I'll
excited
just and listen, if you're just tuning in, we're celebrating 1 year of me quitting my boss, and I have a day off on my 1 year month anniversary. Not because when my 1 year month anniversary is Labor Day. Our business take Labor Day off. But listen, I want you to believe you can do it. I want you to believe that you can start a business that can supplement your job. Watch this. I'm gonna say this real quick. Don't this is a yay. Listen, don't quit your job to start your business because you're tired of working. If that's the case, get your butt back to that cubicle, sit down and shut up because you're not going to survive out here in this world. If you
and
quit
don't
your job,
I feel like I'm in school. And don't quit your job because you say you're tired of working for people.
yeah.
Because even when you start your own business,
Oh, I'm
you're
tired of having a
still
boss.
going. I'm tired of having a boss. No matter where you are, type this in the screen. You're gonna always have a boss. You're gonna always have somebody over you.
Listen, when you start a business, you got like 20 bosses. My phone
Yes.
always going off. Every time we got a country, I got a guy right now call me. Every time my phone ring, I'm gonna just throw it up in there. I just get out of my hand. So
Don't say that. He didn't mean it.
the,
If you watch, he didn't mean it. But I would say don't think that you still gonna have a boss. Yeah,
yeah,
somebody. If that's a client, if that's a customer, if that's a partner, there's all you. That's just not a good reason to leave.
I would
I
say
thought it was
the
a good
reason.
reason.
Listen, the reason to leave is not because you want to fire your boss, not because you want time off from working, not because you want a whole bunch of money. Those are the three worst reasons for firing for quitting your job. The number one reason why you should want to quit your job is for liberty and freedom. Write that down. Liberty and freedom.
Ooh, where
I
you
have the
going, husband?
liberty
I
to
like
do
that.
what I want to do, and I'm free to do what I want to do. I'm not at the shackles of another person's telling me what to do. I was a slave for 24 years. I had to ask to take off. I had to ask for a pay raise. I had to ask if I could do this and do that. I had to do everything but ask to go to the bathroom. And so when I started my business, I have liberty and freedom to do what I want. Now, I got responsibilities. I got to make sure still I meet my responsibilities, but I got the liberty to hire folks. I got the
Yeah,
freedom to choose who we don't hire. I got the liberty to choose if I work for you or not. I can walk in the job and say, you know what? You're not my customer. Let me go somewhere else. Not because I don't like your skin color or I don't like your content or nature. No, because you just are hard to work with. When you start your own business, it should never be to I'm tired of working for somebody. Well, guess what? Get used to it.
get used to it.
I need extra money to spend. Guess what? The first 2 years of business, we didn't spend a lot of extra money.
Mm-mm.
So you got to make sure that you looking for the right thing. But I think for the most part, I want everybody to understand this here. As you're navigating in business, you got to categorize your journey. And I want to make sure this is very clear right now. You got to ask yourself, do I want to be just a hobbyist? I think of hobbyist. If you just want a hobby, tell yourself that. Tell yourself, so everybody else won't try to talk you into start a business. Tell yourself, I do not want a business. I just want to do this on the side and make a little bit of money. So you will avoid all the shortcomings and all the heartaches of trying to build a business, and you really don't want to build a business. And then I said, I just want to be a small business to where I just do a little extra to add a little extra money to my salary. See, it's up there. I want to cut grass on weekend. I want to do hair on the side, make a little money. I want to be a small business and make a little extra money, but I don't want to leave my job. But if you are that person, say, I want to leave my job, you got to start making some decisions right now. Every decision you make every day while you own your company should be trying to gather as much intel as possible, try to leverage as much as possible, try to gain. I mean, I feel bad, but a lot of opinions I got in my office because I knew I was leaving.
I cannot believe
A
you
lot
said that.
I
Did you
knew I
just
was
say,
leaving. I'm like, you know what? I need some pens. I can order pen, order me some pens. I'm gonna order me some
stop?
paper.
Just stop. 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 I can't with you. But
But I'm
it's the
saying,
truth.
but if you know you're gonna be a company, start building it now. I'm gonna be a company one day. I really want to be a company one day. So why are you not trying to get as much training? I had GE send me on so many training classes because I knew I was gonna start a business that was gonna be my company forever. Why are you not trying to build your credit? Fix your credit now. Fix your credit while you still got a job. If you're trying to be a business, start trying to get out of debt while you still got a job. It's gonna happen. If you really believe in this, you got to start making some decisions now. I want to just drop that in real quick.
So why do you leave your job? What's the reason to keep your job? Keep your job if you are not trying, if you just want to do business by yourself. Keep your job. If you just want to be the only one and you're not hiring other people, keep your job. Um, and if you're not willing to put in the work, because it takes a lot of work to
Yeah.
build a business from the ground up. If you're not ready to cry, if you're not ready to lose, if you're not ready to gain, if you're not ready to get sued, if you're not ready to go through none of that, just keep your day job, sugar. Keep that, and it's gonna work for you however God work it. And that is for some people. Now let's go to the next part.
Yeah.
But
When
there are
you
some of us.
I don't think nobody out there. You gotta let me know you're out there. If you're ready to go to the next part, give me a number two. Let me
Number
know you're
two.
ready to go to the next part. When to quit your job. I want to make sure y'all still out there. I think y'all done got tired. Y'all done went away and
Now
y'all
they
done
ain't
dipped
tired of
away.
listening. I think they listen because they just sit. We got a couple of people on. They sitting here. They
Okay.
listen.
Uh, Give me some twos. Let me know. Say, you know what? I'm still here, Bishop. Keep talking. I'm still here, Clyde, and Tonya. I'm still talking.
And
But
there's
listen,
some good gems too, by the way, sir.
I hope
I
so.
think so.
I miss going live. We've been so busy in our job, in our business that gave us a job, and that we have not been live. Thank you, Sister D. Ready to go forward.
But we're creating
All
some.
right.
Get ready for that. We're creating some for that really, really
Yes.
soon. We've already invested in it and doing some stuff with that so that we can create a space for that. So
Invested
coming soon.
invested a lot, a whole
A
lot.
lot,
Gee, the
yeah.
Lord, man. I'm telling folks that they better stop. But listen, so this is when you know you should quit. This is probably one of the most controversial statement I'm gonna make when it comes to knowing when you quit. But I would say this is when you start a business, everything falls down here. And number one, I put on there when God tell you to. When
Ooh, type
God
that
tell
in the
you to.
screen when God tell you to. Because we've had some people. I've known some people to quit, and God told them to quit, and it's working out for them.
Man, Garrett, shout out to Garrett.
Yeah,
You
buddy.
know, Garrett, I would say was the straw that broke the camel back for me. I
Hmm.
watched a lot of people quit. It was Garrett. Somebody else quit. Who else quit before Garrett? Right after Garrett. Who else
Somebody
quit?
else.
Lamisha.
Lamisha.
Lamisha. But listen, Garrett came into the Lions Den believing what we were teaching. She was, thank God for Lady Gant. I always gotta give her credit for this. She was picking up what we was putting down. And she picked it up faster than I did. And she called me one day and said, Bishop, God told me to quit, and I quit. And that young lady, shout out to her, man. She has a company truck now. She has a cleaning company now. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
And God is blessing her. Watch this here. My wife told you earlier. I'm gonna go a little deeper here into this, and baby, I want you because you had to quit too. I never forget. So I've been working for GE for 24 years, and up so 2020 when we started our business, 2024 was the year I quit. 2024, and in September 2024. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Around June or July, We started getting a
First,
lot of
let's
country.
go back. First in August, I had surgery, so you took a sabbatical from work.
Yeah, I
It
did.
started there, and I think you got a taste of not working, and then you was taking care of me, and then it was like, okay, I'm gonna quit. Yeah, but go ahead.
A lot led up to it, right? So listen,
Yeah.
I got to give y'all this, right? I'll never forget going. My company paid me $120,000 a year. Let me put that out there. I had
I
$120,000 a
can't
year,
believe you just did that.
and I traveled free for the company. I traveled around the country.
We traveled.
We traveled. I didn't work when I was at home. I didn't
Look,
work.
wait, Sister D, I was right there with him. He got on the plane. I was on the plane with him. Go ahead.
She
My
still do
bad.
today. Every time and Harden Enterprise paying for our travel now. And if I go, she going. She is not going to get left behind. We were just
That's
came back from San Antonio last week. But watch this here. I'm sitting here and I'm traveling. I went to a job. This one, it was like I sit in a room with a guy who just started. I was in a room with a guy about to retire, and I was in a place to where I just knew I was done. I was over. There was nothing else for me there, but I didn't know how to leave because I was afraid. So long story short, I'm going back and forth with Harden Enterprise GE, Harden Enterprise GE, or should I say HEGE, HEGE, HEGE. I'm going back and forth, and this week I said, you know what? It started to get to the point around June. We started getting a lot of contracts,
bitch.
a lot
Stop
of
saying them
contracts.
folks' name before they try to sue us. No, I'm
They
just
can't
playing.
sue us. I left
You right.
GE,
I'm just playing.
General Electric Healthcare.
Oh my God.
But listen, so we got here, and so June, hurricane hit. A lot of contracts coming in. And I'm still not trying to leave the job because hurricane hit and a lot of jobs coming in. But at this point, I'm starting to get stretched. I talked about earlier, stretch, because now I'm beginning to my integrity is being questioned because I'm in the truck looking at houses while I'm supposed to be on meetings and doing team meetings, and I'm so stretched. And I kept telling God, I can't give GE time. I need to give GE time. I kept telling God, I need to give GE time. As soon as I sit down at my desk to give GE some time, the phone will ring, another contract. Okay, crap, I gotta get this done. Then I sit down in my chair again, the phone ring. Every time I go ready to sit down with GE, if I wanted a contract, all I had to do is sit down and try to do work with GE. I was gonna get a new contract. And I was and I'm like, God, look here. I'll never forget. I told God, I said, God, I got to give GE time of day. I never feel I came sit at this desk and I sat there and I'm finna get here and I'm finna sit at this desk. I'm finna go to work. And I sat here and God told me these words. If you don't quit, they're gonna fire you. And watch this. At this time, we have multiple employees. We have at least 4 or 5 different employees, multiple contractors. And God's telling me, He says, you got a choice. I never tell this part. I always tell the first part when God say, if you don't quit, they're gonna fire you. He says, you got a choice. You can go back to GE and play it safe and work there and continue to finance your family. But if you do that, everyone who trusted you to become part of your organization and the work they got, you're gonna tell them they shouldn't have trusted you. So you can stay here with GE and play it safe, or you can go forward and continue financing the future of those who followed you. I had a hard decision to make.
Oh, geez. I
And
felt
at
that all in my shana.
that moment, God said, you either quit or GE still gonna fire you. So like he almost didn't give me a choice. He says, if you stay here, GE still gonna fire you. But if you stay here, you playing it safe, you go forward. Everyone, that's what happened. Everyone who trusted us, God say, I built that so you'll know that you have a reason to go forward.
Come
And
on.
that's when I quit, baby. I knew then. I walked out my office, went to the front porch of my house, and called my boss and told her, today is the beginning of the end.
Yeah. For me, like I said, I always quit it, so it didn't matter.
I already
But
quit it.
yeah, I always quit. But the last time I didn't. I wanted to stay into the end. And some of you may be out there and saying, okay, do I stay into the end? Of course you want to follow God and you want your name to be good. But I would definitely say if God told you, you're gonna lose it anyway, you might as well go when he tell you to go.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I love about it is that even though you left husband, we had a couple of things that was in place. We had to learn that our business was able to exceed your salary at that time. That's one of the things. Go ahead.
Was it really? Was it really?
Was it really? Because we could make it.
But we didn't know
With
how long that was gonna last.
yeah, but still we can make it though.
I was like, listen, I will say that at the time, we was able to pay at least 3 months of our bills
And
with
that's
our
what I'm
personal
saying. It was
savings. Yeah,
we were able to exceed. We knew we could succeed with where we were. We were good for at least 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months. I would say that 3 to 4 months. But
Yeah,
if you're trying to wait until you got enough money to survive a year, you never quit.
you
You never
never
quit.
quit. Never
And we
quit.
had 3 to 4 months worth of money in our personal account to where if we walked away, if we lost everything, we could survive 3 to 4 months. And but I
Hmm.
would tell you this here, man. And listen, another reason why you should quit because of health, mental health. I was stressed to the max.
Oh, that is so good. That's real talk right there. Can somebody type in the screen when your mental health is affected? Because I saw my husband so stressed out. I saw him on top of, being a pastor, being a bishop, covering other pastors, on top of nonprofit organizations, on top of all these different things. I saw my husband go into a place that I had never seen before. I only think our kids saw. And here's
Yeah,
the thing is that even during that time, you were also going through counseling. I think
yeah,
that's important. Is when your mental health is affected. You got to find out, okay, because God is not the author of chaos. He's not the author of
at
chaos. And so
all.
you got to know that. You got to know
And
when your mental health is affected.
I wasn't sleeping. I was having panic attacks because I was trying to balance it. And so you'll know when it's time because your body will tell you, God will tell you everything go off. And I tell you, if y'all gonna quit, stop right now. If you're gonna quit your job right now, go change all of your accounts that got your company email address in it and your passwords to a personal. Y'all, I lost access to everything.
Everything.
I had a
But then we
Marriott
find out
account.
why they do that, though. We found out later that's why they do that. Yeah.
I had a
So yeah.
Marriott account. I had so many accounts that I can't. Because watch, I had a company phone and a company email. So these accounts I got to get verified through either phone or email. So when they trying to verify me, I can't verify anything because I don't have a phone anymore. I don't have email. I'm trying to explain to them these people with this high security. Well, Mr. Harden, we got to verify you. I'm sorry, I don't have the phone or email anymore. They like, yeah, right. Thank you, Mr. Harden. Bye. They think I'm lying to them. So I literally lost access. So if you're trying to quit your job right now, go before you quit, change your emails to everything, to your personal emails, your personal cell phone. They lock you in with them company phones. You literally are tandem to them. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there for a second.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good information. Anyway, that's good information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I say another reason to health is another reason. And then I felt as though there were greater opportunities available. Um, I wasn't able to take advantage of. I left last because I kept feeling like, man, if I had more time here, I could go get that opportunity. I had more time here, I can go get that opportunity. I feel like I was stagnating the growth of our business because of my fear of leaving. And
Come
it's
on.
like in the moment I left, man, my explosion.
That was
It won't be
crazy.
an explosion until you trust God.
Right. And I think that part is crazy. You know when it's time to really, really quit your job when all you do, you become fully committed to your dream of building.
Yeah.
You know when it's time to quit. You know you become fully committed to your dream of building. And that's what I love about the thing is that we don't move fast. We move slow. I know people out like you out here and you moving fast. Baby, you can move fast. You better do the research behind what you're building. You better find out who's in your area that is building what you're building. We hired and invested in people to find out who else was doing business the way that we were doing it. Not because of competition, to see how can we make it to where this business is so needed and so
Mhm.
necessary to the point to where we're meet a need every time. And
Yeah.
when you can find that out in your business, you become so fully committed to the research and development. Type that. You become R&D to your business, researching and developing. Just like I said, you develop on the company, you learn when you're on the 9 to 5, you also have to do the same thing in your business. To where I heard somebody say last night, baby, we was watching, we're always doing something to stimulate our mind, right? And here's the
Too
thing, it ain't
much.
about how much. I know too much. It ain't about how much money you make or invest. It's about how much you invest into your mind. Type that.
You're right.
It's how much you invest into your mind. Because if you can, I don't care how much AI is out here. I don't care, which is amazing. That's a whole nother class. But I don't care how much that is out here. But when you become the R&D for your company, for your
Yeah.
business, you become full time sold out to the vision of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And now, because of that, you start investing into your mind. You go into a room, invest into that. What that man say? I'm a show said. I can't think of his name. But when you invest into a room, you leave out of that room with an investment
Yes.
that is way bigger than you, that is way more than you. And most people don't want to invest in the room. When you invest in the room, you leave out the room. I never forget when we invested big and to coach Brooks, when we went down there to Washington, we left out of that room with an investment home. Wouldn't have never thought. You got to be willing to invest in your mind. So when you leave a room, you are invested in, not just
Yeah.
financially, but in a whole nother way. I hope, do y'all get that? Can you put the number one if you get that? Like, you literally got to become the R&D of your company.
Have
You
to.
got to become the research and development of your company to where you're investing in your mind. You're investing. And I don't care. Here's the thing. I found out it didn't matter how much it took. I'm gonna make sure that I'm making enough to where I'm investing in me. Go ahead,
That's
husband.
another video. That's another video we're gonna do pretty soon called "Working on Your Business, Not in Your Business." How do you do that? Because everybody say it, work on your business, not your business. Well, she just gave you one of the main legs of working on your business, R&D. If you can't do R&D, you can't grow. If you can't grow, you're gonna die. And so,
Or if you're
invest in
only
your
doing
mind.
R&D in one place, or
Mhm.
not just one place, but if you're not growing,
Yeah.
your business is going to die. Go ahead, husband. I'm
I
sorry.
got another one that I think I got to go backwards because, and this is
Okay.
a huge one, right? I don't know if you agree with this one, and if you
Okay.
don't, I understand. If you do, do it. But my wife got her own mind.
I do.
But listen, if you don't have at least two people you have hired before you quit your job, you can't. You shouldn't quit your job.
I agree. No, I agree with that. Definitely. Because
And
if you have, yeah,
somebody gonna think I'm crazy when I say that. If you haven't hired at least two people before you quit your job, you're not ready to quit your job. Because why? I'm going to teach you something. This is the ice to the cake. This icing to the cake. This is the cream of the crop.
mm,
Because if you don't hire at least two people before you quit your job, you're not quitting a job to start a business. You're quitting a job to go to a job.
Jesus on the main line. That's so true. Heart it up if you believe that. If you leave a job, I'm glad you said that, because and that's what I was saying earlier. If you leave a job and you go into work even more, not like work like that, but you don't have no help and you're the only one working, there's no way
It ain't
that
gonna
business is
listen.
gonna
You get
flourish.
sick. You get sick. Your business is gonna suffer. You need
Yep.
time
You
off. Your
can't
business
go
is
on
gonna suffer.
vacation.
So I would say this here, don't quit your job. Also, for another reason why you shouldn't quit your job, it forces you to figure out how to do it without you being there. We ran HE for 2 years, 4 years, 4 years. Help us today. I
I feel
feel
like I'm
like I'm in church.
I know. And we just going, Bishop. We almost an hour
Yeah,
in. So I don't know how long you want to
yeah.
go.
I got
It's
the day
good
off.
information.
But listen, I worked for 4 years, traveled the country for 4 years, and took on contract after contract for 4 years. It forced me to figure out how to do it in my absence. So when I did show up, I didn't have to be there all the time. And
Uh,
it wasn't that I took off, it forced me to put people in place so that I could keep working on the business and not in the business. Now, do I work for the company? Yes. I'm the contract procurement officer for my company. Do my wife work for the business? Yes. She's a financial director for our company. But at the end of the day, we still know for a fact that we got other people doing all the other stuff. So at night, what I'm doing is still working on my business and growing my business because I have to make myself available. If you're not willing to hire at least I say almost three people. If you're not willing to hire at least three people, before what you're gonna do is be greedy and keep all the money yourself. and you're gonna burn out with a bank full of money.
Come on here. Because you can't make millions without people. Type
You
that.
cannot.
You cannot make millions without people. You got to have
Nope.
people because you're not meeting a need. I don't care how many people start businesses. You can start this business and you can say, and I'm going to do, and this going to be my bit. Being a life coach, I was the only one doing it for myself. But when I didn't have a team of people, it ain't work. You
And
got to
you can
hire
be a life
people.
coach. You may need to hire a photographer, you may need to hire a secretary, you need to hire an administrator. If you don't have
Got
a
to have a team.
team, you're not ready to quit a job. You're not. So
Yeah.
that's my
And
ultimate
I'm going to
direction
forever
today.
say, I will forever say, in order to make millions, you got to
You
do it
need
with
people.
people. You got to
Yep.
have people to make millions. You cannot make millions without people. So I would say too, I agree with you, husband. You got to hire 3 people before, and I'm not talking about hire them part-time. I'm talking about full-time,
Full
8
time.
hours. They're working 40 hours on the job and you're paying them as a W-2 employee. Well, however you decide, that's when you're employed. But you're paying them to do what they do for your company. And now that you're paying them, because now it gives you an opportunity that you don't have to be there for everything, and
That's it.
hiring them in the right positions.
That's it. And listen,
Go
at the in Lions Den, with shameless plug, in Lions Den, we teach you how to structure your business to where you can be able to employ people, gain funding, and be able to build policies and procedures to hold people accountable. See, there's so much stuff to Lions Den. Lions Den is not how you come in and figure out how to get rich.
No.
Lions Den is where you figure out how to build your business to be able to gain wealth. If you don't ever build your business to gain wealth, you'll never get rich. I told a guy yesterday, wealth is the lake that riches run into. You can have
Wait.
multiple streams of riches.
Mm-mm. Go back. What you say?
I told a friend of mine the other day, I said, yesterday, I told him, we talking about being wealthy versus being rich. I say, wealth is the lake that riches run into. Riches run out, but wealth lasts forever. We build multiple streams that riches come through. But when I'm wealthy, I have a location where all my riches run to, and that's my wealth pool, my wealth lake, that everything runs there. So when you're wealthy, you're not afraid of one contract because I got so many other ones because I got multiple people that can work this for me. So you have to, if you're not willing to hire people, if you're not willing to employ people, you will never get wealth. Watch this here. And God says in his word, it's biblical. God says his word, I'll never put more on you than you can bear. That just told you 2 things. Number one, I'm limiting myself by myself. But if I include other people in my journey, God will put much on us. We've got increase on contracts because who we hire. We've got
Yeah.
increase on jobs because who we hire. If you are doing this thing just to make yourself wealthy, you won't last. I promise you. Right now, we have Alana, we have Markel, we have Ashton, Monica, we have me, my wife, and we have another position that just opened. We have 6 full-time positions in our business
7
right now, not
Lee.
include 7. Lee, we got 7. Plus we have part-time job positions. And listen, we value every last one of them. So
Right.
join the Lions Den. We'll teach you how to build a wealth building magnet. Now it's up to you to make
We
it
don't
work.
teach you how to we don't teach you how to swell, because when you
Mm-mm.
swell, you fail. Come
Yeah,
here. But when you build and you build properly, it takes time. It's not overnight. And you
yeah.
literally got to take your time and build, build, build. And it seems
Listen,
like you're building for nothing. And you know what I loved about Nehemiah in the Bible? I'm going to go there real quick. The power of Nehemiah. Nehemiah, it took Nehemiah years to build the city. And he's the best example, Bishop, to me.
rebuild.
To rebuild, he was the best example to me when it came to rebuilding. He took his time. He had people to help him. He couldn't do it by himself, but he
Yeah.
got it built. You
Put a plan
understand what I'm
together and
saying?
execute it. Yep, yep,
He got it built. But the thing
yep.
is, you can't do this by yourself. So I would definitely say when you're ready to quit, hire, get you about 3 people you didn't hire. And you're not just hiring just to say I'm hiring, but you're
Yeah,
hiring to do a job that I don't have time to do.
yep.
Let that sit. I'm not gonna hire you just to hire you because you family. I'm going to hire you because I need that job. And we have a job description and a policy and procedure for that position. I need you to be able to learn that position. Stay in
We
your
buy
lane,
time.
in your position, to buy me time to go get another contract. Come
Yeah.
here.
I
That's
don't
real
pay.
talk.
I don't buy friends. I buy time.
She said, "What was the last part of it?" I don't know. I really wanted him to pause and really say it slow, Ashton. I don't know what he said
I
at the end.
said that I said that wealth is the lake that riches run into. Wealth is the lake that riches run into. If most people are rich, rich dries up. Wealth is a source that contains the residue of the riches you had. I am as wealthy as the amount of time that I can pay all my bills. So if you rich, rich means you just have a good excess of money. But wealth is a measurement of time and payment.
Bitch, you
Listen,
said a mouth. Look, if y'all, I'm gonna need y'all like and share this. He giving too many good gems. Like and share this so more people can hear whatever you just
I gotta
said.
share.
But you said a
I gotta
mouthpiece.
share something real quick. I gotta share something real quick,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. So
Okay.
I need y'all to help me. If you're still on, I need you to help me. God has touched my heart to connect with as many big small businesses as I can. What is a big small business? A big small business is a business that's generating at least $100,000 a year and has at least 3 employees. I gotta set my heart to meet up with them. If you know someone right now who's doing business, or if you're someone who's doing business and you're generating at least $100,000 a year and you have at least 3 employees, I would say two. I'll go down to two. If you have at least 2 employees, not one, two W-2 employees, two W-2 employees, or you got a 1099 and you may need to convert them W-2. We'll talk about that. But they work for you full time. You have 2 employees work for you full time. You generate $100,000. God says we're going to do a meetup and we're going to share some resources. I'm going to share some resources with them. We're going to bring some things in. But I need you to do me a favor. I'm going to give you out my business email address. Baby, if you can type this on the screen, I want them to email us their name, their number. I want you to connect with us, call us, reach out to us and give us your name and number. Our email address is admin, ADMIN at HESERVICES dash LLC.com. That's ADMIN at HE Services, SERVICES dash LLC.com. Reach out to us. We're trying to do this at the end of the month. I have some different things I want to connect with, but God touched my heart and said there are multiple businesses out there who are already doing business, but they need help and they don't have time to even find it. We want to help you out. We want to help them out. So I need you to help me out. God has touched my heart. I want to get at least 10 businesses in the room that's generating $100,000 plus a year, and they have at least 2 employees, full-time employees, whether 1099 or W-2. We help them convert them over to W-2 and help them out. But it's some things that we need to connect with them about. So this is some things we're doing. God has helped us out, but we want to help every person who start a business, who think about starting, get them to that next level. Now, listen, we're not trying to help hobbyists do hobbies. God touched our heart and say every business we help go start, we're gonna help them generate $1 million a year. We need to, if you're not looking to generate $1 million a year, don't touch the line then. Don't even come this way because we don't help hobbyists. Because hobbyists get frustrated because we
I
didn't
can't
make
believe you
them
said
millions in
that
their
out
hobby.
loud.
I'm in it. We're not here to help hobbyists. There's enough hobbyist websites and but because people come to us and get frustrated because when they come to us, we didn't blow their hobby up. Listen, there's a different level of commitment to build a business, to build a company. We knew before we had the first employee, we were going to be a company. It's a different level of commitment, and a company is going to generate $100,000 a year plus. And we want to help you get there, but we want to also make sure if you're shooting for 1 million, you can hit 100,000. But if you're shooting for just getting your bills paid, you ain't gonna make 100,000. So we're here to help businesses build their companies to be able to generate $100,000 plus to hire people. If you're not looking to hire people, you're not looking to generate $100,000 plus, the Lions Den is not for you. It's not. If you already got $100,000 plus, you already got at least 2 employees, we want to help you go to another level. We know who we are now. We took too long trying to figure out, we trying to help everybody. We can't help
Now I'm gonna
everybody,
help.
especially around the
I'm the
business.
one that'll help you start from the beginning.
My wife
Like,
will. She'll take you through the
yeah,
BAM program and she help you
yeah.
generate an idea. She help you build a vision. She help
I'll
you.
teach you how
But
to
I
meet a
know
need, all of that. But we're learning that the Lions Den is I mean, it's for anybody, but it's what he said. Yeah. what you
It's
said.
not for Lions Den is for people who went through the BAM. You didn't catch it. The
Caught
Lions
it.
Den people who come through the BAM. If you go through the BAM and you come out the BAM and you realize that, man, I really know who I am. Listen, you could become frustrated in the Lions Den if you don't know who you are. We don't give you identity in the Lions Den. We help you fund a business and build a business from the identity you already know who you are. So I want to make sure I have to definitely come back to the Lions Den soon, because now that I'm operating business, it's another level. And that's
It's
who it's
different.
for, Danique. That's what it's for. It's not for the person trying to figure out things, because you'll do a whole lot and you'll change up 5 times on the way. It's for that person who say, I finally found myself. And we probably should tell people, you know what, we got to have this meeting, and we're gonna see which one works best for you. Is it the BAM or the Lions Den? By the time you get through with the BAM, you'll know if I really want to be a business owner. And then you come to Lions Den. But listen, I got that third level now. That third level, we got the BAM for
And now,
those who
don't
trying to
now the
figure it
BAM
out.
ain't just for that. Let me make this clear.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm make sure I
Yeah,
don't say
let
nothing
me make
wrong.
this clear, because the BAM is also to allow you to keep the motivation to not get stuck in your plan, to allow you to
Yes.
keep because you have those moments of you. That's why I do at the beginning of the year, because
And the
this is
BAM
a
help you
time.
figure out if you want to do nonprofit, if you want to
Yes.
do, ministry, if you want to do, it helps you find you. And
Yeah.
then from there, my wife
But
taking
it
people
also
across the
helps you keep
country.
you, because I want
Yeah.
to make that clear too. It helps you keep you and keep going and keep the motivation of what you've already planned to do, and it just enhances it. So I would definitely say that.
And then when you come to Lions Den, it helps you take all your ideas and put into a perfect package called a business. But
Yeah.
there's another level God touched me to do. There's a lot of business out there trying to make it. And God said, you have to get them together in a room. I got to get you out there in a room. So if
And
you're that
can I say
business,
this? I want to say this too, is for the business owners, is that like what you're building is not just for the faint at heart. What you're building and what you could build. I'm reminded of the scripture. I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. When you're building a business, it's going to be for your future. It's not just for you. And when I say your future, your legacy, whomever, like we're with our babies working in the business, on the business, we are finding out that our children know a lot. We know we just built another business. Shout out, oh man, we can't wait. DN members join us this Sunday. Because baby, we're gonna
look,
share with you how we didn't build this business in 20 minutes. And now we having opportunities for a whole nother level, a whole nother thing. But we know our baby can run that. We know our child can run that. Bishop, we've been on here long. But
I
I
know.
just, when do you quit? And when do somebody say this is some, hey, I want to do questions. Let's do that, Bishop, because we didn't kind of
Yeah, I was
share
gonna do that.
when
I
to
was gonna do
quit
that.
and not to quit. Since we already here in this Labor Day and you at home, come on, ask your questions that you may have. This is some good stuff. I'm picking up what you're putting down, what you said about the hobby. Awesome. Thank you, Victoria. Any questions? We want to open it up this time. Like my husband, what are we doing for those that are just jumping on? We
Approved,
are celebrating.
approved by
I'm gonna do it
Chef.
in a minute. I'm gonna do it in a minute. I saw it. I'm gonna pop it up. But we are celebrating my hubby. He
Good
fired
stuff.
his
Good
boss a
stuff.
year
Good stuff.
ago. Today is his year. Celebrate those that are on. We would love heart it up. Excuse me. For Bishop, this 1 year anniversary. Lady Danique was there, so she was a part of that room when Bishop celebrated. I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe it's been a
Can
year.
get my
But yes,
lasers.
celebrate. You got to do. I came with Bishop. Yep. We celebrate him for 1 year. But y'all, so since we here and since y'all on, we're gonna go on and share with you
Yeah.
what our new business is and put it out there.
But get your
Also,
questions together. Get your questions together.
yeah,
Don't
whatever
don't just
questions
wait.
you
Get your
have.
questions together. Please ask. I need at least 5 questions to make sure this hour and 10 minutes one wasted. One wasted.
Al- Also, I want to add, we're for those of you that out there that are looking for a job. Maybe you say business is not for you, but you want to
We got
work
a job opening.
with a company. We have a job opening for a project
Coordinator.
coordinator. This is administrative in the office. To talk to us, reach out. We don't real people only. Okay, don't be playing. We really want to hire somebody for that position. So put that out there. Share this. Let them know. But I know we're gonna share it later. Somebody gonna share it on our social media pages that we're
Yep.
gonna do. But we're excited about this. Where you ready? Drum roll, please. Can y'all hold it up? We're gonna show y'all our new business. I wasn't gonna even do this, husband. But we're going to show y'all our new business that we're excited about. That is now HE Tree and Debris. Y'all, we're so excited. Our new business, HE Debris and Tree. Bishop, tell them about the business.
No, they got to learn more about it later. I just want to show real fast.
HE and Debris Tree. So we clean up your land.
You're not going to tell them either.
Oh, I'm not going to tell them. Okay,
off.
just
we talk about
reach out to Harden Enterprise for HE Debris and Tree. I'm done. I leave it alone. I'm done. So we are hiring. We are hiring for a project coordinator. So reach out to us. Anything else? No questions.
Any questions? No questions.
No questions. I can't believe it. And we've been on here a minute. So
an hour and 15 minutes. 40.
Yes, Lord. Thank y'all for rocking out. I ain't getting no question. I know it's a delay. Any last words, husband, while we're waiting?
Like I say, don't look to quit. Look to get as much as you can. Congratulations on your new business. Thank you. Don't look to quit. If that's your goal and your focus, take your focus off quitting. Focus on growing, focus on learning, focus on developing, focus on getting out of debt, focus on fixing your credit. It's a lot of things you need to do before you quit. And then I believe once you fix your credit, once you paid off some debt, once you learned a lot, God will tell you, okay, good and faithful servant, well done. Turn your walking papers in. So don't focus just on quitting. Love your job. Learn as much as you can while you're there. Fight to get as much information you can. And then when it's time, you'll know. You won't have to explain to nobody else why you quit. It all makes sense to you and them. All right. But you won't have to explain yourself.
I would also add, and when you are ready to quit, as Bishop said earlier, make sure that you look. Lamisha say, "I missed it. We catch up on the replay." I know that's right, teacher. You better sleep in. I would say, I would add to this is that when my husband quit a year ago, it was the best decision that he ever made. I wouldn't have told you this a year ago. It took us a whole year to talk about it, okay?
Yeah,
but I wouldn't have told you that it was the best decision, but it was the best decision that he made. Now, because of him quitting, and like he said earlier, you need to hire someone if you're going to quit. Because we hired other people and those people that we have in place, we have now 7 different departments. And each department has a project manager that runs that department. So we're not doing it ourselves. So I say this to say this, is that whatever you want to do, whatever you put your mind to, it can happen, but you can't do it by yourself. You got to have people to do it with you. And you need, and I'm going to ask shameless plug, baby, you need a community to do that with. Oh, of course, I'm going to rep the Lions Den forever and a day. You need a community to do that with. So join the Lions Den. I put it in the link. Join that, be a part of it. You can start your own development plan through our development process. No, that's not what this was about. We came to celebrate my husband, but anytime we come and talk about business, I'm going to always rep the den and have people join the den to be a part of that. We have people joining and they don't even really come to the meetings. They just do the development plan that is on our website, and you're welcome to do that. You don't have to even be a part of the meetings. But I would say those communities are so necessary and so needed, because some things we talk about, especially this coming Sunday, some amazing stuff we're going to be talking about that will enhance your business as a business owner. But that's my last saying, Bishop. Anything else?
I would say start a business because you want to quit a job, but don't quit a job because you got a business.
What? Why you got to be like Jesus with all these what's the name? What?
I say start a business because you want to quit your job, but don't quit your job just because you started a business.
Oh, okay. He always got to be okay. Thank you. Lady Denise say big facts. Yeah, Bishop be with these riddles, but yes, what you said.
Parables.
Yes, I love it. Thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for being a part. Somebody say that's good. Thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for being a part. We are, baby. Should we tell them about what's coming up? No, not yet. We didn't told enough.
About what should?
What we gonna be doing next? Never mind, we'll tell you later. All right.
Yeah, tell
God
later.
bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking out. We pray that this week, today, you enjoy yourself. For those of you that are part of Virtual Book Club, yes, I know it's Labor Day. Rock out with me tonight because I'm closing it out tonight. I don't have no other days available, so I gotta close it out tonight. With all of you that are joining me, be a part of that Virtual Book Club, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. I can't wait to see y'all in the book club. Other than that, whosoever will. That's it. Thank y'all for rocking out. And what we
Be
saying today?
blessed.
Happy hunting. Let's
That's
see.
it.
Stay blessed. Have a great day. Bye bye.